John Hollis with Rockers in Recovery. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Rockers in Recovery Media is of course, a radio show, and we do a different bunch of platforms. We're dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery education, and we do this through music, news, events, and festivals taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober communities. Of course, we thank everybody for tuning in today, and of course our segment today is treatment and recovery, and we're going to be talking to Jason Fitzemeyer of Hope and Grace. And Jason is a great guy. He's been around a long time in a recovery process and helping many people, and we thank them for being a part of the show today. Coming up here pretty rapidly, we have the Rockers in Recovery Music Festival that's going to be taking place in February. That's February 11th at C.B. Smith Park, and you can, of course, go to rockersinrecovery.com, and there's information right there. You can find out about the event, and also you can click on the About tab and check all of that out. It's a great way to be able to educate the community. We've been doing it now. This is our 6th annual. We've produced 26 of them across the country for different areas, and it's been a huge undertaking. Takes a lot out of us, but it's worth it, every bit of it. So again, rockersinrecovery.com, and you can click on the About tab. And we, of course, want to thank all of the contributors that have contributed to make that possible. And, of course, today's show is sponsored by Clearbrook Treatment Centers. It's also sponsored by Rehab Nexus, and also sponsored by Phoenix Rising. And we thank those guys for sponsoring our radio shows and being a part of the radio shows and making it possible, and all the rest of the stuff that we do on a daily basis. And, of course, we look forward to having many more years of doing that and helping support the community with education through music, interviews, and all the rest of the things that we do here. Jason, I want to welcome you to the show. Thank you for being a part of Treatment and Recovery today, our segment.
Hey, John, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's great, man. There's a couple of things I want to thank you guys for. First of all, for coming to Maine and supporting the festival up there, and for supporting the festival down here. You guys are a huge supporter of community events, may it be ours or other people. We see what you do in the community, and it's great that you give back the way that you do. So we thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
And one of the things, Hope and Grace is located in Oakland Park. If you're in Oakland Park, Florida, it's 3411 Northwest 9th Avenue. It's Suite 704, Oakland Park, Florida 33309. And as the founder of Hope and Grace, what was your vision behind this mission?
I would have to say my vision was to, start an intensive outpatient PHP, and keep it small, dump a lot of love into the clients. We're all about love and getting to know the clients on a one-on-one basis and knowing their name when they walk through that door. Because really it's about the client that's behind the insurance card. It's not about what type of insurance they have, but it's about the client. Each one of them has a name. Each one of them has a family. And it's just about, giving them as much attention as we can and love, and trying to get them back on track, home with their families.
And individualized type of situation where you can individualize each one of them, for what their particular problems are.
Correct. And if I don't know their names, I'm doing something wrong. If I don't know them by the first names, I'm not doing my job. So we like to keep it small.
What was the process of getting it started? I'm sure there was the vision and you wanted to do it. How long did it take you to get that whole process going?
I started praying about a year ago, about 2 years ago, and it took me about a year. I'm a big believer in faith. I prayed to God, and really I don't know how it happened. It just all came together, and I contribute that to God.
And at this point, where do you find yourself in the process of your vision, or do you see it? Where do you see it going in the future?
We just got licensed for PHP, which is partial hospitalization program, more of like an inpatient. We just secured a 6-bedroom house, which will hold 12 clients. It's going to be a male facility right now, so we're looking forward to that. And then as soon as that grows, then we'll move on to females.
What type of therapies are you offering?
CBT, art therapy, a lot of trauma-based therapy. We find that a lot of clients coming in, have a lot of trauma and mental health, so we like to focus on that also. We just implemented art therapy, and we also have a wellness program, which is your massage therapy and physical therapy, and to address pain issues without medication.
Well, that's a huge thing. The pain issues that people do have. They have. A reality is that there are people out there that have definite pain issues, and this gives them an opportunity to be able to look at other options. Correct. So, what does the typical week look like for patients at Hope and Grace?
Right now, a typical week is 9 hours of group therapy, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, either day or night, from 11 to 2 or 6 to 9. A lot of clients, they try to find jobs, and if they secure a job, then we like to meet them where they're at. So if they work days, then they can come nights. If they work nights, then they can come days. Really, the ILP is just to, get them back into the real world, acclimated, and, move on with their life. They'll meet with a therapist one time a week for an hour. They can also meet with a psychiatrist for medication management. So typical week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, group therapy, Tuesdays and Thursdays, one-on-ones. And, really just help them find a job and get acclimated into the real world again.
Difficult thing to do sometimes is to know that some people will come through the process and not make it. What is your thought on that?
Could you repeat that? Some people come through the process and not make it.
Yeah, some people come through the process of recovery, and hey, listen, people go to 12-step organizations, people go here, go there, and maybe they're not ready. Maybe they're, they just something just doesn't click. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts is just never give up. I've been through the process myself, and I didn't get it on my first time. I didn't get it on my 5th time. If someone gave up on me, who knows where I would be. So we try not to give up on these people, on the kids. We try to pour as much love and help into them as possible. But we're always here if they fall down to help them back up.
In closing, I want you to take a few minutes. And what would you say to families that may have a loved one that needs help and that's struggling right now?
Like I just said, don't give up on them. We're here if you need us, regardless if you have insurance or no insurance. We don't look at that. We're here to help. You can always reach us on our website, which is hopeandgracerecoveryllc.com. Or you can give us a call at 954-616-8988. We're here to help. We'll answer any questions you have. And it may be a process, but just don't give up. And
somebody that may be out there struggling right now personally, that's on the fence and they're saying to themselves, you know something, I need to do something more, and I need help. That fear level. We've all been there. What would you say to somebody that's in fear, that's struggling, that needs help? What would you say to them about their fear?
I would say, each and every one of us is worth the help that's out there. We deserve to be better. This is a disease. The stigma is going away now. This is a disease, and, we're not bad people, and, the help's out there, and just reach out, just you got to get through the fear, because your life is worth it, you deserve to be happy. So.
Jason, I want to thank you for calling in. Hope and Grace Recovery LLC.com. You can call 954-496-5853. In closing, also, we're going to, of course, let everybody know that Jason and his crew will be a part of the Rockers in Recovery Music Festival. We invite everybody out to hang out with us, and that's February 11th at C.B. Smith Park. Starts at 11 o'clock in the morning and goes until about 5:30 that night. The night before at the meet and greet, Jason will also be in attendance and hanging out with us and answering questions. This is a community event open to everybody to come in and get their questions answered. Maybe you have a loved one. Maybe you have somebody that's suffering right now that, you want to get some questions answered. This is a forum for you to come both days. The meet and greet is free and open to the public. And, of course, the next day is free and open to the public, too, at the festival. They're there to answer questions and to be helpful in anything that you might need as far as help for a loved one. If you're in recovery, we invite you to come out and support the event. But most importantly, Hope and Grace Recovery LLC.com is the place you want to go check out. Of course, the information for Jason. And, again, their phone number is 954-496-5853. Jason, again, thank you for calling in and being a part of Rockers in Recovery and our mission to be able to educate the community.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Say hello to everybody there for us. Give Jason Shepard a big hug, too.
You got it. Have a great day. Talk to you.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
All right, guys, there you go. Rockers in Recovery. Of course, Rockers in Recovery Radio is a media organization. We're dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery through music, news, events, festivals taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober community. Come to rockersinrecovery.com, click on the About page. You'll find out more information. You can also go to rockersinrecovery.com to find out more about the upcoming festival. It's right on the right-hand side. You can click and download the flyer, pass some out to your friends. We look forward to seeing everybody coming up on February 10th and 11th. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of our world. Much love, much peace.
You drew that sword, it cut you deep. I stood back and watched you bleed. Your heart stopped, my hands were tied. But I'll go down before I let you die. A war was waged within yourself. The fallen before you, too many to count.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.